Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Tonight we're going to bring you another game from the 1961 career replay of Boston Red Sox and Carl Yastrzemski. Carl Yastrzemski career replay from his rookie season. So far the Red Sox are 7-11, and with a win tonight they can get back on pace with their actual record of 8-11, as they did lose this game in the actual season. So if we can win tonight, we can get that game back, and we can go to 8-11 too, which will equal what they were at this point, after having fallen a few games below that at one point. I think we were as many as 3 or 4 games below their actual record. So it's good to be able to make up some ground here. So we're going to be taking on the California Angels, or the Los Angeles Angels at the time. This is game 1 of the series. I believe it's a 2-game set. Check here real quick. No, I believe it actually is it's a 3-game series against the Anaheim Angels. I believe it's a Monday through Wednesday series from Monday, May 8th, 1961. So on the mound for the Los Angeles Angels is going to be Ken McBride. A little delay here for some reason. Here it is. He had a 12-15 record in the actual season with 1 save, 3.64 earned run average, 242 innings pitched, 229 hits allowed, 180 strikeouts, and 98 walks. And again, if you're just new to the series, we're just playing all the Red Sox games, so the other teams' replay numbers are not going to be up to date the way the Red Sox ones are. So we're just going to go by the actual stats. So for the Boston Red Sox, the lineup is as follows. Chuck Schilling, the second baseman, bats first. Batting second is Gary Geiger, the center fielder. Carl Yastrzemski, whom we're doing this replay for, the left fielder, bats third. Batting cleanup is Vic Wertz, the first baseman. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Frank Milzone. Jackie Jensen is the right fielder, batting sixth. Russ Nixon behind the plate, bats seventh. Don Butter is the shortstop again today, batting 8th. And Gene Conley is on the mound for the Boston Red Sox. So Schilling comes up to bat. He's hitting .267 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. I believe he picked up an RBI in the last game after having just 1 RBI through most of the season. So he was able to get his second RBI. So he steps into the box against McBride. The defense behind McBride is going to be Wagner, Pearson, and Hunt in the outfield. Pearson, the best fielder, with a 4 range, above average. Wagner, below average range, and Hunt in right with average range. Wagner is the best as far as making errors. He commits the fewest errors with a rating of 7. And Hunt is pretty much an error machine in right, as he has a rating of 20. In the infield, it's going to be Leake, Burkell, Aspromonte, and Kluszewski. Leake with the best range at third base with a 5. Aspromonte above average with a 4. Burkell below average at shortstop. And Kluszewski is terrible at first with a range of just 1. Burkell is extremely error prone with a 19 rating. And Aspromonte and Leake with a 10 rating. And Kluszewski with a 10 rating, and Leake with the least chance of making errors with a rating of 8. Behind the plate is Averill, average range, with a 9 error rating and a +1 arm. And McBride with excellent range on the mound and a very low error rating. So Schilling steps into the box. McBride looks into the sign from Averill. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that is going to be fly out to Wagner and left for out number 1. Next up, Gary Geiger. Geiger comes in hitting .311 with 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. Only hit .232 in the actual season. Here's the pitch to Geiger. And he'll fly out to Hunt and right for out number 2. And here's Carl Yastrzemski. He started to come out of his slump here. He had a big day. I think it was either the last game against the Twins or the game before that. He had a big day at the plate, showing signs of coming out of his slump here. He's hitting .226 on the season. Which is exactly what was hitting at the end of today's game, according to Baseball Reference. So he did start off slow in his actual rookie season, and he's hitting exactly what he did at the end of the day. So let's see. So he could have a chance of hitting above what he was hitting at the end at this point in the season. So Yastrzemski steps into the box. Here's the windup in the pitch by McBride. And he will strike Yastrzemski out. So the Red Sox go 1-2-3 in the first. So Gene Conley on the mound. He's had a rough start to the season. Did get a win, though. He's record of 1-0, but with an 8.10 earned run average. 10 innings pitched, 14 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. 11-14 on the actual season. So the lineup for the hometown Los Angeles Angels is L.B. Pearson. The center fielder bats first. Ken Aspromonte, the second baseman, bats second. Left fielder Leon Wagner bats third. Batting cleanup is Ted Kozuski, the first baseman. Behind the plate, Ed Averill. Batting sixth is Ken Hunt, the right fielder. Batting seventh, third baseman Gene Leake. Fritz Burkell is your shortstop, batting eighth, and Ken McBride is on the mound, batting ninth. So Pearson was a .288 hitter with 7 homers and 41 runs batted in 1961. So behind Conley is Yastrzemski, Geiger, and Jensen. Yastrzemski and Geiger average range, Jensen above average. All three of them pretty good at not committing errors. Yastrzemski the highest rating with the lowest rating with a 7. In the infield, it's Malzone, Budden, Schilling, and Wirtz. All average range except Schilling, who's above average. Schilling most sure-handed at second. And Budden most error-prone at shortstop. Behind the plate, Nixon, who's horrible defensively with a 1 run rating and 20 error rating, the worst you can have at those, and a +2 arm. Conley average range with a 9 error rating. So here's the pitch to Pearson. Oh, not a good start for Conley and the Red Sox as he throws one right down the middle and Pearson does not miss it.
There's a drive! Way back! It might be! It could be! And
so the Red Sox quickly in the hole as Pearson goes deep off of Conley.
everybody clap your hands.
And Los Angeles Rangers are out to a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Ken Aspromonte. Hit .224 in the season with 2 homers and 19 runs batted in. Alrighty, get a little delay here for some reason. There we go. And he'll ground out to Budden at short for out number 1. Next up is Leon Wagner, the left fielder. Hit .280 with 28 homers and 79 runs batted in 1961. So definitely a power threat. And he'll fly out to Geiger for out number 2. Ted Kluszewski, the first baseman, up now. Hit 243 with 15 homers and 39 runs batted in. And he's going to go deep, too.
There's a drive. Way back. It might be. It could be. And
So Kluszewski goes deep off of Conley, too. He's given up 2 solo home runs here in the first. Los Angeles is out to a 2-0 lead. Earl Averill up now. Hit 266 with... Oh, my goodness. What are these... Come on. We don't need these ads here. I'll go with games, tons of games without any ads, and all of a sudden they start to show up here. Come on. Alrighty. That'll be a foul ball. And he'll fly out to Yastrzemski in left for out number 2. Or is that out number... No, out number 3, sorry. A little delay there. So the Los Angeles Angels, after 1, go out ahead of the Boston Red Sox 2-0 on solo home runs by Pearson and Kluszewski. Red Sox will send up Wirtz, Malzone, and Jensen. Wirtz comes in hitting .280 with 4 homers and 9 runs batted in. And he avoids the strikeout and flies out to Wagner in left for out number 1. McBride up now. Malzone up now. He's off to a fast start, hitting .350 with a homer and 4 runs batted in 20 at-bats. And he's going to draw a walk. So Malzone draws a 1-out walk. And we have Jackie Jensen. Jensen hitting .326 with a homer and 9 runs batted in. And that'll be a base hit to center. And Malzone will stop at second. So the Red Sox have something going here in the top of the second. Runners on first and second with 1 down. Brings up the catcher, Russ Nixon. Nixon hitting .263 with 4 runs batted in. Chance to put the Red Sox on the board here. And he strikes out for out number 2. So Don Budden, the shortstop, comes up now. He's 2 for 10 so far in the season with an RBI. Oh, he's got a chance to go deep and put the Red Sox ahead here. So a 1-7 will be a home run. So a 35% chance of hitting a home run. So here we go. Oh, it's a 20 rating. That would have been difficult to get there, but so let's see what he does here though. Instead, he grounds out to Brickell. And that'll do it for the Red Sox. So the Red Sox had a chance to go ahead there. But couldn't quite get the wood on the ball. So after 1.5, it's 2-0 Angels. Hunt, Leake, and Brickell up against Conley here. Hunt hit .255 with 25 homers and 84 runs batted in. So a lot of power here on the 1961 Angels. And Conley will get him for out number 1. That'll bring up Leake. Leake's been up just one time this season, but in 1961 he hit .226 with 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. And he grounds out the Schilling for out number 2. And it'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Fritz Brickell. Hit just .122 in 21 games for the Angels in 1961. And he'll ground out to Malzone at third for out number 3.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
So after 2 full, it's the Angels with a 2-0 lead over the Red Sox. Conley will lead it off for the Red Sox. He's got 1 hit and 4 at bats so far this season. And he's going to pop it up to short for out number 1. That'll bring up Kurt Schilling, top of the order. Yeah, Kurt Schilling. Chuck Schilling, top of the order. 0 for 1 so far today.
He struck him out.
And he strikes out for out number 2. Gary Geiger, hitless in his first at bat. And he'll draw a 1-out walk. And Geiger's going to be called upon to steal here. And he will steal the base.
Safe.
So a runner in scoring position now for the well, not the captain yet, but Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski struck out his first time up. Oh, and Yastrzemski's going to have a chance to go deep here. Fortunately, he does not have a lot of home runs, surprisingly, off of right-handed hitters. He hits more home runs off of lefties, which is strange being a lefty. Let's see if he can go deep here. He cannot, but it is a range check. And he will get a single here, which will be enough to drive in Geiger. And Yastrzemski will move up to second on the throw home. So Carl Yastrzemski puts the Red Sox on the board with a RBI single. So it'll bring up Wirtz, Yastrzemski in scoring position with 2 down. And he'll ground out to third for out number 3. The Red Sox get on the board with an RBI single by Yastrzemski. And trail at 2-1, headed to the bottom of the 3rd. So McBride getting his first at-bat today. Hit just .084 with 2 runs batted in and 83 at-bats in 1961. And he'll ground out the Schilling at second. Throws over to Wirtz for out number 1. That'll bring up Pearson, who led off the game with a home run. His first, well, not really first of the season, but as we cannot go by those. I'm so used to going by those, though. So Pearson strikes out this time. So this time Conley gets him. Brings up Aspromonte, 0 for 1. And he'll ground out the button at short to end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Angels in the 3rd. And after 3 full, it's 2-1 Los Angeles. Malzone will lead it off for the Red Sox. He walked his first time up. And he'll fly out to center for out number 1. Jackie Jensen singled his first time up. Average up to 340 now. Out. And this time he'll pop up to second for out number 2. Russ Nixon struck out his first time up. And he'll strike out again. So the Red Sox also go in order in the top of the 3rd. And we'll head to the home half of the 4th. Sorry, top of the 4th. Head to the home half of the 4th with the Red Sox trailing by 1. Conley back out on the hill. He'll face Wagner, Klaczewski, and Averill. If anybody gets on, Hunt. So Wagner 0 for 1 today. And he's going to ground out to Budden for out number 1. Kazuski, homer off of Conley, in the first to put Los Angeles up 2-0 at the time. Oh, almost had a chance to hit another one here. Flies out to Geiger for out number 2. Averill 0 for 1. And he strikes out. So 3 Ks on the day for Conley. And that'll end the inning. So after 4 full, the Red Sox trail by a run. I got Miss Mags on my seat here. Trying to get some loves here. Alright, so Budden leads it off for the Red Sox, 0 for 1. Oh, and you're going to get a single off the pitcher's card, so good start for Budden and the Red Sox. Glazewski will hold on Budden. Budden, not really that much of a threat to steal. So Conley up now, and he's going to be called upon to bunt. I think he will. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe not. He's a 219 hitter, so does represent the tying run. Not the greatest bunter here, though. Yeah. I think we're going to have him just hit away this time. And he's going to draw a walk. Good thing. So Conley displayed a good eye there and draws the walk. So it'll put runners on first and second. And Schilling is a good bunter, so I think we're going to have Schilling bunt now. Put two runners in scoring position. Yeah, we're going to do that. You want to do that, Mags? Yeah, Mags wants the bunt. It says go for the bunt. Oh, and it's going to be a great bunt by Schilling. And everyone's going to be safe. So that's going to load the bases. And it looks like the McBride's going to try to pick off Budden. And Budden back safely. So Geiger up now. Geiger walked and scored his first time up. And ooh, he avoids the strikeout there. Yeah, 1-18 chance to strike out and gets a 20 roll. And he's going to fly out to right. And that is going to be a sacrifice fly, and that will tie the game. So Geiger gets himself a sac fly as Budden comes in to score. So 2-2 game for Yastrzemski. Runners on first and second with 1 down. Yastrzemski had an RBI single his first time up. Oh, too bad it's not a lefty. That would have been a triple off of a lefty, but instead it's going to be a long fly out.
Out.
And Conley will hold at second. So let's see what Wirtz can do here. Wirtz has a chance to put the Red Sox ahead with a base hit. Wirtz 0 for 2 so far today. And he'll fly out to center to end the inning. The Red Sox do get the tying run in, and a Gary Geiger sacrifice fly scored in Budden. And halfway through, we're tied at 2. Ken Hunt will lead it off. Hunt struck out his first time up. And he'll strike out again. So Conley seems to have settled in after a rough first. Now has 4 Ks on the day. Leak looking for his first hit. And he'll get it. So Leak on with a 1-out single. Wirtz holding him on. Conley throws over to first. And Leak is back safely. And Raquel is going to get himself a single. Leake holds at second, as it's just an infield single. So runners on first and second with one down for McBride. And do we pinch hit for McBride? He's still got a lot left in the tank, so we're gonna let him hit away here. He's not much of a bunter, so he's just gonna hit away. Oh, and he gets a single off Conley's card. So McBride will drive in Leake. An RBI single to put the Los Angeles back on top 3-2. Brings up L.B. Pearson. He's 1 for 2, homer in his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit. That'll score Raquel. So Pearson with his second RBI of the day. Puts the Angels on top 4-2 now. So the Red Sox managed to battle back and tie it up, but the Angels get those 2 runs right back and lead at 4-2. As Nixon goes out the top to Conley. Goes back behind the plate. There's action in the Red Sox pen. And it's going to be Wrigley Field. Oh, I think I did hear something that it was also called. There was another Wrigley Field in California, unless that is off. I wonder if that is true. Well, apparently that is true. There is a Wrigley Field in California, in Los Angeles. Not to be confused with the Wrigley Field in Chicago where the Cubs play. Alright, so let's check this range check here. And oh, this is not good. And who is up? Aspromonte. Right, he's not much of a home run hitter, so that is just a long out. So McBride tags up and moves to third. So that puts runners at the corners. 2 runs already in for the Angels. Brings up Leon Wagner. Wagner hitless on the day. And he'll draw a walk to load the bases.
Good base on balls.
So to ramp Klaczewski, he's 1 for 2 with a homer. And he pops up the first in the inning, but the Angels score 2 and lead at 4-2 as we head to the 6th inning. Alzon walked in his first plate appearance. And that's going to be a base hit. So good start for the Red Sox. Jackie Jensen up now, 1 for 2 today. And he's going to ground one to the shortstop. And it looks like over to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. So Jensen reaches on the fielder's choice. So it brings up Russ Nixon. He's struck out in both plate appearances. And he'll fly out to center for out number 2. Button, 1 for 2 up now. Range play.
Deep in the hole, tough chance.
And Raquel cannot get to that one. Jensen moves up to second. So the tying run on board now for... Do we want to bring in a... I think we do. Yeah, so Connolly's day is going to be done. And let's see, who do we want to bring in for a pinch hitter? He's a righty, so let's Pete Runnels, he did actually play in the game. 317, yes, so we're going to bring in Pete Runnels to pinch hit for Conley, whose day is done now. So Conley representing the go-ahead run here. Hitting .310 on the season so far with 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. And he's going to line the first in the inning. So the Red Sox are unable to score, and it remains 4-2 Angels. And let's see, who are we going to bring in now? Nichols, Hillman, or Stallard. So probably Nichols or Hillman. Probably Hillman because he's a righty. Yeah. So Hillman will come in. He pitched 2 innings in the actual game. Come on, change the picture. A bit of a delay here. And we lost our mouse here for some reason. Alrighty, we've got it back. So Hillman comes in, having pitched 6 innings with a 10.50 ERA, no decisions. 6 innings pitched, 12 hits allowed, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. 3-2 with a 2.77 ERA on the actual season. So Pinky Higgins, the manager, still has faith in Hillman. He's off to a rough start. He'll face Averill, Hunt, and Leake. Averill 0 for 2. And he'll ground out to Budden at short for out number 1. He's struck out in both plate appearances today. And this time he'll get a base hit. So 1 out base runner for the Angels. That brings up Leake, who's 1 for 2 of the runs scored.
Liner into center.
Geiger makes a great running catch for out number 2. Fritz Burkell up now, 1 for 2 with a run scored. And he's going to ground out to end the inning. So no further damage by the Angels. And we'll head to the top of the 7th with the Red Sox down by 2. Top of the order, he's 1 for 3. And he goes down for the first out of the 7th. So McBride with 5 strikeouts now. So Geiger up now, he's 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI and a run scored. So back-to-back Ks for McBride. There's 2 gone in the Red Sox 7th. Yastrzemski 1 for 3 with an RBI up to the plate now. And he's going to draw a 2-out walk. And that is going to be it for McBride, as Los Angeles goes to the bullpen. And they're going to bring in Ted Bousfield, a lefty, to face Wirtz, who's also a lefty. So Bousfield comes in. Well, in the season, he was 11-8 with a 3.73 earned run average, 157 innings pitched, 54 hits allowed, 60 walks, and 88 strikeouts. So Wirtz representing the tying run at the plate. And Bousfield gets him. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the top of the 7th. So we head to the bottom of the 7th with the Angels up by 2. And let's see what kind of a hitter Powell's Field is. Just a 137 hitter. All right. All right, so he's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. And they're going to bring in Thornberry to pinch hit. Thornberry hit 194 in the season in 31 at-bats. So here's the pitch by Hillman. And he's going to get a base hit off of Hillman. So Pearson will be up to the plate now, and he'll be called upon the bunt. Pearson, an excellent bunter with a 5 rating. Trying to get some insurance here. And his bunt is successful. Gets the job done. So Thornberry now in scoring position. Yastrzemski, and he is not going to bunt, even though they're calling on him to bunt. He's already in scoring position. So Yastrzemski 0 for 3 on the day so far. And he'll get himself a base hit. They're going to hold Thornberry at third, as Yastrzemski gets it back in quickly. So the runners at the corners with 1 down, and Red Sox are going to play the infield in. Wagner 0 for 2 with a walk. Now, rare play here. So center fielder crashes into the wall chasing a deep line drive. Resolves a DH range play. Check for injury to center field after the play. Center fielder fails to make the play. The right fielder picks up the ball, and the hitter attempting an inside the park homer. So it looks like they're going to try for an inside the park home run here, as Geiger crashes into the wall. And that is going to bring home 2 runs as Thornberry and Yastrzemski come in. And Wagner's trying for an inside the park home run, and he's going to be gunned down. And not so good news for the Red Sox, as Gary Geiger gets injured. Is going to miss the next 5 games. So Geiger crashed into a wall, so he'll spend some time on the bench. And the Red Sox are going to bring in Hardy to play center. So big blow for the Red Sox as they lose their center fielder, and 2 more runs come in. So Kluszewski up now. Kluszewski 1 for 3 with a homer. Twins with a 4-run lead now. So the Red Sox will have to rally if they're going to win this one and equalize their record in 1961 up to this point. So Tom Morgan's going to come in. He pitched 2 1/3 innings in the actual game, earning the save, which I think he would be, if he did pitch the 2 innings, he would qualify for the save, because he pitches 2 innings and are down by 4. Not sure, but we'll see. Hopefully the Red Sox can spoil that. So Malzone will lead it off for the Red Sox here in the 8th. Malzone 1 for 2 with a walk. Range play. And Burkell's unable to come for that. So a good start for the Red Sox eighth as Malzone reaches for the second hit of the day. And we have Jackie Jensen, the right fielder. 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch by Morgan. And that's going to be a double, as Malzone's going to be waved around. Jackie Jensen, when the RBI double, gets the Red Sox a little closer. That brings up Russ Nixon. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. And he's going to fly out to left. Jensen holds. So 1 down in the 8th. Brings up Don Budden, he's 2 for 3. The run scored. And he strikes out. So Hillman up to the plate now, and he's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. As Jim Pagliaroni's going to come off the bench. So Pag's hitting .281 with a homer and 6 runs batted in so far this season. And he's going to fly out to Hunt right. The Red Sox get a little closer as they do score 1 run. And I think we're going to bring in Stallard. He pitched 2 innings in the actual game. So Stallard comes in with 0-2 record, 6.49 ERA, 9 2/3 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed. Excuse me, 8 walks and 4 strikeouts. So he's had some control issues early on. And that's going to be an error on Malzone, unable to come up with that one. So Averill will reach on the error. So Hunt up now, 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Ort's holding on Averill. Averill definitely a threat to steal. And he'll walk. So Stallard having control issues once again as Nixon goes out to talk to him. Brings up Leak, who's 1 for 3 of the runs scored. And he'll strike him out, so whatever Nixon said must have worked.
He struck him out.
So 1 out and runners on first and second for Burkell. 1 for 3 with the run scored. Red Sox cannot afford to get behind by any more. And Stallard gets Burkell. Swinging. So Red Sox, they're going to leave Morgan in here. Morgan just a 130, but does have a little bit of pop as he did hit a home run. And he ends up striking out the side. So Stallard keeps it a 3-run game. So Morgan back on the hill trying to close this one out. Red Sox at the top of the order up with Schilling, Hardy, and Yastrzemski if anybody gets on Wirtz. So Schilling's 1 for 4 today. And he'll fly out to center for out number 1. That brings up Hardy, who came in after Geiger was crashed into the wall. So he's hitting .241 with no RBIs yet. Does have 2 runs scored. So 1-6. It's going to be a ballpark check. And not the roll we wanted here as he flies out to Wagner and left. So the Red Sox down to their last out. Carl Yastrzemski up at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's also walked once. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. Oh, this could be good. Just misses that triple. And that's going to do it. So the Red Sox fall to the Los Angeles Angels and now fall to 8-12. They had a chance to... Sorry, 7-12. They had a chance to go to 8-11 and equal their record so far in the season, but in the actual season, but they are unable to do so. They now lost 2 out of 3 against the Angels. So let's look at the box score here. So McBride, the winner, pitches second win against the Red Sox this year. 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits allowed, 2 runs, both of them earned, 4 walks and 6 strikeouts. ERA at 1.97 in those starts against the Red Sox. Gene Connolly gets the loss. He's 1-1. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 4 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts, and surrendered 2 home runs. Those both back in the first inning to Pearson and Kluszewski, both solo home runs. All right, for the victorious Los Angeles Angels, L.B. Pearson 2 for 3 with a solo home run, 2 runs batted in for the day. Aspromani 1 for 4 with a run scored. Wagner 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in, including a triple and a walk. Kluszewski 1 for 4 with a solo homer. Averill 0 for 4. Hunt 1 for 3. Leak 1 for 4 with a run scored. Purcell 1 for 4 with a run scored. McBride 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Thornberry came on the pinch hit. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. For the Red Sox, Chuck Schilling was 1 for 5. Gary Geiger was 0 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. Also walked once. Yastrzemski 1 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. So his average 227 now. Vic Wertz 0 for 4. Frank Malzone 2 for 3 with a run scored. Also walked once. Jackie Jensen 2 for 4 with a RBI and a double on the day. Russ Nixon 0 for 4. Budden 2 for 4 with a run scored. Conley was 0 for 1. Pete Reynolds, pinch hitter, 0 for 1. And Conley also walked once. Jim Pagaroni 0 for 1 in a pinch hit appearance. And again, Gary Geiger out for the next 5 games after crashing into the wall. So that'll do it as the Red Sox fall to the Los Angeles Angels and are now 7-12 on the season. They'll be back for Game 2 of the series tomorrow. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next Carl Yastrzemski career replay using Inside Pitch Baseball. So if you like these videos, definitely like and subscribe. And we appreciate all you guys, Miss Maggs and Mr. Brody. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.